This is not the Church of Latter-day Saints of Joseph Smith. This is the Church of Jesus Christ.
Payment of tithing is fire insurance. Nonetheless, the word of the Lord is clear that those who do not keep the commandments and observe the laws of God shall be burned at the time of his coming. For that shall be a day of judgment, a day of sifting, a day of separating the good from the evil. I would venture a personal opinion that no event has occurred in all the history of the earth as dreadful as will be the day of the second coming.
Fact of the second coming.
In coming days, we will see the greatest manifestations of the Savior's power that the world has ever seen. Between now and the time he returns with power and great glory,
Travis Wayne Goodsell. It is literally impossible for a Mormon to soundly defend the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints as true. Impossible. Don't even think you can try it. It doesn't matter how much you've memorized of the Book of Mormon and the stories in the Book of Mormon. Doesn't matter how much you've memorized other scriptures. Doesn't matter if you were born and raised in the covenant and have been in the church for decades. It does not matter. You cannot do it. It is impossible. No matter what doctrine you create, you cannot soundly defend the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It is impossible. 1 Nephi chapter 1 verse 2. What is the learning of the Jews? Now, if you want to try to argue that Jesus of the Gospels restored this religion, wrong. Because it was Roman Emperor Constantine in 325 CE with his Nicene Council with the Nicene Creed, who declared that the Gospels containing the name Jesus as the name of the Christ are literal history. And so you cannot go back in time to documents written before 325 CE and impose literal history on them. Because Roman Emperor Constantine was the first to declare them as such. To pull that kind of a stunt is what's called an anachronism, where you impose things on the past that had not yet come to pass. It's like giving Joseph Smith sneakers, or, for those who were kids and read the series, tennis shoes among the Nephites. Can't be done, and I'm assuming that's what it was about. I didn't read them, I just know the titles. And so Jesus, because he's not literal history, is not real from history. And so the Book of Mormon, therefore, likewise, is not literal history. Jesus is not a literal historical character because it's in the learning of the Jews. You lost your argument. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is false, fraudulent. They lie. The Book of Mormon and the works of Joseph Smith do not belong to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This is the consequences. You start with a correct premise, and then there are consequences that branch out. You started with an incorrect premise. And so everything you branch out with is automatically wrong, because the core seed is false. And so I've got 3.1K videos that tell you what Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon are. You've not really cared. You typically don't last longer than this. You're offended and you leave, and you remain in ignorance of the truth. And you go around and you attack other people who don't accept your lie. That makes you the bad people. Nobody wants to be in your religion because you're liars. Especially when we hear that you murder people because they don't believe like you. You rape people. And you commit crimes against them. Nobody wants to be a Mormon, let alone wants Mormons in their presence. So remember that, because you're going to ignore me, and you're going to listen to conference, and I've been warning you that this is the learning of the Jews' religion, that the prophets are lying to you. And what have they been lying to you about? They're saying Jesus is going to do things. But he's not real, is he? So what do they mean when Jesus is going to do things? When Jesus is going to murder the wicked? When Jesus is going to overthrow the governments? Because Jesus isn't real. Who are they talking about? Jesus gets angry when you use nicknames. Jesus gets angry when you don't pay tithing, when you don't stay Mormon. Jesus is gonna murder you. Who are they talking about? So enjoy conference.